Good evening to everyone. I am a banking expert actually. I have given this IBPS RRB scale to GP officer on 18th October 2020. This was my second attempt towards this exam and this was my serious attempt. Earlier I had given this exam but due to my hectic schedule and my job I was not able to prepare. But this time I managed some time and I tried to prepare for this. In this video I will try to explain you what are the different type of questions which come in this exam and what was the cutoff and how this year the exam was conducted and what type of question came in this. And at the end I will tell you what is the safe score for this year. Coming on the exam pattern, it is like the most of the competitive banking exams currently we are seeing. Here quantitative aptitude is carrying 40 questions but the marks are 50. Reasoning is carrying 40 questions but the marks are again 50. Computer are carrying 40 questions but marks are 20. Financial awareness 40 questions, marks are 40. English or Hindi language there is a elective 40 question, 40 marks. The total marks are 120 for a composite time of 2 hours, that is equal to 120 minutes. If we are coming on the marks and time allocation, if you can see, idle time which we need to give individual section has been mentioned in the slide. Computer is a sure shot section where we need to just remember and give the answer. We don't have to much analyze and think about it. Therefore, the marks allocated are 20 out of 40 questions and we need to give a idle time of 10 to 12 minutes towards this section. Coming on the financial awareness, it lay on the same path as computers. We have to just remember and we have to give the answers. But here the marks are same. The number of questions are 40 and the marks are also 40. Here also we can give the same time as computers, that is 12 to 15 minutes. We just have to think and we have to give answer. There is no calculation part, nothing. Coming on the English part, the number of questions are 40 and the marks are also 40. Here, since RC is involved, error correction is involved, we need to give 18 to 22 minutes for this section. In quant and DI, the number of questions are 40 and marks allocated is 50. Since multiple calculations are being involved and analytic thinking is also getting involved, we need to give 25 to 30 minutes for this section. In reasoning, the number of questions are 40, marks allocated are 50. The same as quant, it is important. We need to give here 25 to 30 minutes. Out of this whole section, the total number of marks in this whole exam is 200 and 120 minutes is total allocated time. We need to take 10 minutes extra for revision. Therefore, that I have given you a approx of idle time we need to be contributed to each section, and out of which 10 minutes I had separated for revision, because after attempting the whole exam you need to see what are the section you have left, have the cutoff has been reached or not, or any section you have left you can go back and you can fill it. Often what happens, we give the exam and we say we give the exam and the end after the exam gets submitted we get to know that we have left one section or we have left a couple of easy questions. So here if we have given some time for revision, in that time we can go back to that question and solve it. It really is a game changer, this thing, revision 10 minutes which I have saying you can allocate it to your pattern, to your type of to your means the way you solve, way you give your mock or way you are preparing for your exam, you always need to keep 10 minutes or 5 minutes separate so that you can check out what are the things you have left and you can go for it. So it's a very important thing. Now coming on an individual section wise, actually I had taken the computer as first section since it is a easy part. I am reviewing it on the manner in which I have attempted it. So in the computer section, since it is just an thing which you need to remember and you need to vomit in the exam, I think you understand my point, what I'm willing to say. Just remember and throw it out in the exam. You can score here maximum marks. You don't have to make a analytical thinking or you don't have to make any calculations over it. Even though there are a couple of calculation questions which might come, but they are also very simple. So here number of questions are 40 and marks are 20. Idle time here to be taken is 10 to 12 minutes. So for this time GBO 2020, the questions mostly will come from computer abbreviations like what is the full form of ALU, what is MC stand for, It was networking like TCP/IP protocol and data link layer. Shortcut keys of Windows and MS Office like Control W, what is a function. If you have to open the taskbar, if you have to if you have to open the task manager, what is the shortcut key. What is control plus E do in Excel. PC security related question, that like questions were came in this exam this year. The questions were like what is out of this which is the kind of virus, and what is the function of a firewall. And there was a small passage which is given. So this is the work of which kind of program. This year the computer which came was not easy, it was moderate to difficult. This year no mathematical question were asked in computers. Last year cutoff was 15 out of 20. By this you can assume what is the importance of this section. Even though you cannot guess in this section, but if you read it correctly you can easily attempt it and try to score maximum marks in it. Coming in the second section, financial awareness. In the exam I have attended section on the second after computers. Here number of questions are 40 and marks are 40. Here also you need to remember and you need to vomit. In financial awareness this year all static awareness questions came, static GK mostly. This year it was difficult, and mostly the current affairs of recent 3 months came. I also have prepared, but I had this year also my financial awareness part didn't go well as I expected. So these are the couple of questions which came in the exam. The question mostly involved date of formation of bank and regulatory bodies, like date on which RBI is formed has come. Tagline of banks, like Indian Postal Bank, what was tagline it has came. Regulatory body, regulations of multiple financial body, like there is a question regarding HFL and also LIC. There was a question regarding RBI Act also, you need to remember the acts. There was a question regarding clearing. There were 2 questions regarding stock exchange, one was domestic and another was local. And as I told you, this year financial awareness paper was more focused on current affairs. The current affairs didn't involve all the states or different type of scheme involved, but rather than all the financial news. It was also there was a question regarding gold loan, that a provision of gold loan is terminated and what is the date, and also there was a limit over loan which is given to small entrepreneur, what was the limit. So such question came. So mostly the recent questions came up. There is no use of learning financial awareness which are prior to 6 months. If focus need to be given, then the recent 3 months questions were much more. Therefore it was a difficult part actually. This year the financial awareness part was moderate to difficult. Last year cutoff was 6. This year it might go towards 10. Coming towards where English is, if you have given any of your competitive exam or if you have given any mark, you know the English part, if you see that if you have attempted very well, even though multiple question can go wrong. So here accuracy only matters. If you are sure towards a question, attempt it. If you are not sure, better you leave it. You cannot take a risk of assumption in grammar. So here the ideal time I had assumed 18 to 22 minutes. In this year question the level was moderate. It was not that much difficult, but it was moderate, and some questions were very easy, like fill in the blanks. Here the 2 comprehensive passage came: sentence correction, spotting error, filling the suitable words, and sentence arrangement. Last year the cutoff was 5.75 and this year it might be 10. Coming on the aptitude and DI part, this part which I had thought would come difficult, but it was not that much difficult. It was normal, it was level of PO level only. If you are preparing for PO, then that level of preparation, not of only prelims but prelims plus main combination, is sufficient for this section. This year 2 DI came. One was circular based and chart based. Time and distance, there was a question. There are 2 questions regarding stream problem, upstream and downstream. Work and efficiency regarding, there were 2 problems. Wrong number series, there were 4. Quadratic also there were 4 questions. Volume and surface area, 2 questions were there. One was regarding cube and one was regarding a sphere. Probability 2 questions are there, and mixture analysis 1 questions. Other than these, a few miscellaneous questions are there, but mostly the PO pattern was repeated here. Nothing surprise question came. The level of questions were easy to moderate. Therefore the level of exam was moderate. Last year cutoff was 2.75. This year might it go, because the level of question was not that much difficult. Coming on the reasoning part, this year reasoning didn't went well with me. The number of question came 40, but the marks were 50. Idle time, which I suggest, is 25-30 minutes. There were 3 puzzles, out of which 2 were 3 variable puzzle and 1 was 2 variable puzzle. Statement and conclusions were there, syllogisms, coding, decoding, input output, and circular arrangement was there. Out of the 3 puzzles, I only solved 1, and other than that, I only went to miscellaneous questions. Other than this puzzle, I only solved 1 puzzle, and other than all the simple questions, I solved it, because time was very limited with me, and once I got in puzzle, I won't be able to came out of it. Therefore, I didn't attempt other 2 puzzles. They were really long and they were difficult. So this year the reasoning was moderate to difficult. Last year cutoff, which was 2.75, this year it may be 7. And the last but the most important, which I am willing to discuss with you, is the calculation part. You can see the people who are saying that the cutoff went last year was 64.13. It was the written cutoff. Even though you are scoring 64.13, the final cutoff including interview goes to 47.82. Now giving you a small example. Here if you score 80 in written out of 200, then your final marks will come in the ratio of 80:20. So if you score 80 marks out of 200, you will get 32, since it is divided getting into a ratio of 80:20. In the interview you score 100, out of 100 you score 60, then you will get 12 marks. So total aggregate score you get 44. You got qualified in the exam, but your name will not come in the merit list, or else you will not get a single seat also. Even though your score is 44, it is less than 47.82. So congratulations, you have cleared the exam, but sorry, try for next year. Therefore, if we are going for confirmed selection, then the written need to be scored as 110 minimum out of 200, and the interview, even the worst game comes, you can score 60. So the final aggregate, if we are going for 80-20 ratio, comes to 44 and 12, that had 56. And yes, it is more than 47.82. And hence, you are selected. 47.82 was the cutoff for last year. This year it might go for 50. Therefore, 110 is a safe score, which I am considering. Thank you for viewing this video. My purpose of making this video was only that this year I was preparing for GBU, and I didn't get a single video which gave me a very clear cutoff, a very clear picture of what was the actual cutoff, and also how much I need to score or how much time I need to spend on each and every section. Therefore, I made this video. Any feedback regarding this is any feedback if you have regarding this video, kindly share or comment in the section. Thank you.